Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Carrie and today I am doing my February book haul. Miraculously, I only bought 4 books. Don't ask me how it happened. Can I replicate this? Not likely. But I only bought 4 books, which in case you're not wanting to or can't do the math, I don't know. That's 1 a week in February, which is a very small amount for me. But anyway, let's get into those. So, first things first, A History of Histories. Epics, Chronicles, Romances, and Inquiries from Herodotus and Thucydides to the 20th Century by John Burrow. That just sounds meta, and I love history in general. It's one of my majors. So I am intrigued to read this. It fascinates me. Then we have Longitude by Davis Sobel, which is basically, what longitude is. If you don't know, it's the up and down lines on the globe, like the prime meridian and the international dateline, and how they found it and, learned not to die anymore, more or less. A lot of other factors. Anyway, that is an oversimplistic synopsis of this. However, I have also always been fascinated by water, and recently I've gotten more into reading about sailing, and not me sailing, I'm not doing practice tips or anything, but like historical sailing trips where people die because they freeze to death or didn't know that oranges treated scurvy. That kind of sailing. I'm not sailing. Not that way. Anyway, enough of me and my babbling. I got this. That's the summation of that. I also got Holding Our World Together, Ojibwe Women and the Survival of Community by Brenda J. Child. Ooh, I could read this for March too. There we go. It'd be a short book. Anyway, moving on. So this one is, let's see, Brenda is a professor and member of the Red Lake Ojibwe tribe and details the many ways that Native American women have shaped Native American life. And she talks about specific women, it sounds like, including Madeleine Cadot? I'm assuming it's French, and moving on. Who is a powerful mediator between her people and European fur traders, and Gertrude Buchanaga, whose post-war community activism in Minneapolis helped bring many Indian families out of poverty. So that just sounds really interesting, and I would think it focuses on Minnesota and kind of the upper Midwest, simply by virtue of the fact that it's Ojibwe, and this is kind of where they live. So, very interesting and very exciting. And then, probably the prettiest book I bought this month by far is The Zoologist's Guide to the Galaxy, What Animals on Earth Reveal About Aliens and Ourselves, by Arik Kirschenbaum. I've also been fascinated by astronomy for a while. So the idea of extrapolating from Earth life to look at the universe is just fascinating. That's what the book about volcanoes that I got for Abby called Fire and Ice was. Extrapolate Earth volcanoes to intergalactic volcanoes. It's just really interesting, and also it's so pretty. How can you say no to rainbow animals? Yeah. You'll notice there's a theme in that I think all of those are nonfiction, because lately I've noticed I gravitate really hardcore towards nonfiction. Fantasy is still the vast majority of my shelves, but, well, maybe not vast majority. I think it's 2/3. That's not what I'm trying to say. Let me back up. My nonfiction is about 2/3 the amount of my fantasy books, by number. Or at least by shelf. So fantasy is very clearly still the most. I think part of that is because in college and law school I bought so many fantasy books. That was what I was gravitating towards. And now that I'm out of law school and college, I'm gravitating more towards nonfiction. But I still have a massive backlog on my shelves. I am working, albeit slowly, to address said backlog. Anyway, I am very proud of myself for only buying 4 books in February, because that is very nearly unprecedented for me. Anyway, if you have comments or questions, let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you in my next video.